Hey everyone, I'm not sure what happened. We just lost connection. I do have a storm going on right now, so that might have been what happened. So, once again, I've already reshaped my nails. I'm done with the acrylic application. As you can see, I'm just gonna wait a little bit till people start joining. Yeah, I don't know what happened, y'all. So please bear with me. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. So I am back. I don't know what happened to the other one, to the other live, but it was just messing up. So now I'm gonna go in with my um, fine drill bit, and we're going to file the acrylic. So remember, you want to make sure that you follow in that cuticle area really good, and that's usually how where I start at. I start at that cuticle area and work my way around. And then I just file the rest of the nail. So the way I know if I filed good enough is I need to be able to see where my cuticle starts, where the natural nail is, and then where the acrylic starts. And I don't mean there needs to be a gap to where you can tell that it's time for a fill, but I just mean enough to where you just know that the acrylic is not on the skin. So same thing, I start from one side of that cuticle area, work my way around, and I just keep doing that until I know that once again that I can see all three things: my cuticle area, where my natural nail is, and then the acrylic. So remember, it don't matter how good you prime the nail, how good you prepped it. If you do not follow in that cuticle area, you will get lifting. Okay, so now I'm just blending in that acrylic from that form that I used, just to make sure that it's nice and flat at the bottom. So that's what my side, or that's what the side of the nail look like. Yes, you can draw designs using regular polish on gel polish. I do that all the time. Remember, you just have to make sure that before you apply that gel top coat, that the regular polish is 100% dry. Yes, I have used the Tammy Taylor products and they're good, don't get me wrong. But the ones that I've used, I know they have different collections, different monomers. And the one I used, it just dried extremely too fast. And at that time when I was using it, I was practicing to do my pink and white sculpted or yeah, sculpted nails. And it just gave me the hardest time because my white used to dry too fast to the point where I couldn't even make a perfect smile line. So it was just hard to work with. But once again, they do have different monomers. I just use whatever the school provided me with. But that's the only one I ever used. And then I do have like a glittery acrylic that I recently bought that's by Tammy Taylor. And then I have a couple of pink ones that I use with my regular Mia Secret monomer. And, you know, they're pretty good. But I don't use it often. Hey, Miss, what is it? Diva K? Miss Diva K? Yes, the way I clean my brushes is I literally just sit them in a little dapping dish with brush cleaner like this. And the brush cleaner I use is by Tammy Taylor. And I just set my brush over here to the side like that until I'm ready to do my polish. That's when I take it out and put it up. But I don't do anything special. Once again, I literally just let it sit in a dapping dish with brush cleaner. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. The pink and white acrylic is basically like a French tip, but instead of using white tips, you just do white acrylic. Baby Boomer is the actual, like the ombre nails. And the ones that I'm talking about with the forms, they were pink and white, which was like a French tip. My nail supplies, I get them from all over, but I usually when I do videos, I leave all the links to everything in the description. So if you're looking for something in particular, you can look under some of my old videos, and there's a link to mostly everything. And if I forgot to post anything, just leave it in the comments and I'll give you the link. Somebody said, how do I manage acrylic with just one bead? I actually don't do the one bead method. Um, I just rather work with the amount that I can control. I've tried doing the one bead method, but I just couldn't control that much acrylic at once. That's why I like to take my time and just add as I need it. And I'm not saying that it just, the way I do it, it doesn't take forever. It's still pretty fast. But the one ball method just never really worked for me. I use the OPI primer, but I think I mentioned this in my last video. The reason why I use the OPI primer is because for me doing competitions, it was just given to me like with the prices. They gave me a lot of OPI products, so I still have a lot of OPI primer, which is why I use it. But like say you're using D&D acrylic or Young Nail acrylic or whatever brand, just make sure you use their primer, just to be safe. But you don't have to get the OPI primer. Once again, I only use it because I have a lot of it. I probably have like 20 primers in there. What advice do I have for upcoming nail techs? I mean, the only thing I can just say is just practice, practice, and practice as much as you can. The only way to get better is to practice, and that's really the main thing I can tell you. Unless you want to get specific and just ask me, certain questions. My drill bits, I honestly can't tell you how often I replace them, but usually you'll be able to tell when they start getting dull, like when they like don't file off as much acrylic. I just cut myself. So yeah, I can really just give you a time period. Yes, I have done several videos where I do the ombre with regular polish, and I do mine with a sponge, with a makeup wet sponge. The water decals, I do have a video on that as well. The water decals, okay, so you cut it out, and then they have like a little plastic film on the front. So you take that off, and then you dip it into water and let it soak for like a couple of seconds, and then you place it on the nail and just rub it off. So it's basically like, like the little kids tattoos that you put water on the back. It's literally the same thing. Once again, you just take the little film from the front, which is like a clear little plastic, take that off, dip it in a little dapping dish with water, and then place it on the nail. Like you just place the decal on the nail, and then you kind of can just like slide the paper on the back off, and the decal will be on your nail. Once again, I do have nails, I mean not nails, but videos on that. Somebody said, do you do nail forms? Yes, I actually just did a nail form on this one. This e-file was literally like $27, and it's really good, and it's from eBay. The link to it is actually in my last video that I did earlier today, my last live. Stone shiny. She used the Mia Secret gel resin, but my stones get cloudy. Okay, make sure that you're not applying the glue over the stones. Make sure that you lay or apply the gel resin on the nail. Make sure you're not applying too much to where it's gonna flood the rhinestones. I keep my e-file on forward. I've never used my e-file on reverse. It takes me an hour and 30 minutes to do a full set, and that's with designs and everything. That's from start to finish, an hour and 30 minutes, or depending on what they get, it might take a little bit less, but for the most part, an hour and 30 minutes. If you apply a nail tip and it's crooked, just clip it off with the little, let me see. Once again, if you apply a nail tip and it's crooked, make sure you go back in, clip it off, and then you could always like file it down a little bit, and then get a cotton ball, and I have these little clips. I put it over there, like over the nail with the cotton ball with acetone on there. I put this over the nail, and I just let it soak off. And it's, since the tip is pretty thin, they soak off pretty easily, and then you can just go back and apply another tip. Yes, I'm always booked. Like everybody knows, like all my regular clients know that they need to book before they step out this door, because if not, it will be impossible for them to get in. What inspired me to become a nail tech? Nobody was really able to do my nails how I wanted at a good price. So eventually I was kind of like, you know what? I can do this. Forget everybody else. I can do it. So I started practicing, and that's just how it started. Do I have any people from New York and Kentucky? Because in June, the last week of June, I'm going to be in Louisville, Kentucky for the Skills USA national competition, which I will be I don't know if I told y'all this, but I'm going to go as my girls, hand model or nail model for the competition. And then that week after, which will be that first week in June, I'll be in New York on vacation. New York. I see a lot of people from New York. Yeah, I'm not sure what part of New York we're going to. It's going to be a girls' trip with my boyfriend's mom and sisters and grandma. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Manhattan, I think she said. Is that? Yeah, I think that's what she said. And then I also want to go to LA this summer before the summer ends. But all of these are vacations, y'all, so I'm not going to work. Eventually, I will start traveling and doing classes, but for now, I'm just traveling for fun. So yeah, I don't get too excited. Yeah, there's dust everywhere. Okay, I want to go wash my hands, but I also don't since I'm on live. So I'm just going to spray some of this NAS99, which is a nail cleaning solution by OPI. And it's literally just like alcohol. Ooh, it burns because I cut myself. Okay. So that is, I'm going to wipe them with an alcohol wipe too. For Nay, I'm in Arkansas. My favorite shape to do is literally, I mean, not literally, but my favorite shape to do is, I would say the coffin. I just like how it looks. Okay, y'all. So oops, I think I'm gonna do my OPI Bubble Bath Gel Polish. And I think I'm gonna do this perfect white. What else do I want to do? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see. I do have a video. I'm not sure if it's Michelle. Yeah, I'm sure it's Michelle. Michelle, I do have a video on how to apply acrylic properly, so you can go check that out. Okay. Oh, let's see what I want to do. Let's see. So I'm gonna do. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do. I had a brain freeze. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was just in Florida, y'all. I was just in Florida like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so I think I want to do rhinestones on my ring finger. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do marble. That's what I have in mind with that white. So I'm gonna do rhinestones on my ring finger. I'm literally just gonna do some off the top of my head. So this is the color Just My Luck by Color Club, and it's this holographic um, polish that I always use for my rhinestones. Okay. I'm cleaning around the cuticle area, and as always, I'm using my French brush by Alpha Brushes to clean around it. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to do my middle finger with the marble. So I'm going to do a white base. And for that, I'm using my, what is this? Perfect White by Madam Glam. These, the holographic silver polish is a regular polish, and this white one is a gel polish. Good nail glue is the KDS glue, and I do have it on my website. I think I still have some left if you want to go check it out. Okay, so I did that white, and then I'm gonna do the rest with the Bubble Bath Gel Polish, which is like a really light pink, and it's by OPI. No, I learned, somebody said, did I learn my acrylic application through Tammy Taylor? No, I learned my acrylic application by using OPI. I used Tammy Taylor when I was practicing for a competition, but that's it. Or do you mean did I learn with their videos? If so, no, I didn't. Like back when I was learning, yeah, it was barely anybody on YouTube doing nail videos. Or if they were, like they really didn't want to like, basically tell their so-called secrets as far as like what glue they use. Like for the longest, I couldn't figure out what glue people were using for the rhinestones, and they didn't want to tell nobody because it must have been like a top-notch secret or something. They acted like freaking glue was the Krusty Krab formula or something. That's how bad they didn't want to tell me. Oops, I messed up my white one. Yeah, like they acted like nail glue and rhinestones and nail tips and everything. They just acted like nails was a Krusty Krab formula, or I don't know, like the secret to how to live forever. Y'all, I don't know, but they didn't want to tell nobody. So that's how I kind of knew that I wanted to do YouTube and just help people and be a or instructor, because like nobody really wanted to just teach. Y'all are really laughing, like I'm dead serious. And it used to make me so mad. Because I even like the lady that used to do my nails, she used to be like, oh, you know, if you need help, just let me know. I'll take you to the nail supply store where I get all my stuff. And when I was ready to like start doing nails, like she just went how do you say it? MIA. She went MIA. And I never heard from her again. And I actually just seen her last week. Y'all, I didn't even speak. I'm using the Melody Susie gel lamp or LED UV lamp. And y'all, I like how spacious it is inside, and it has the print for your hand. And I do have a video on this lamp, and I honestly really like it. No, if you put, somebody said, do I let my regular polish dry completely before I put it in the lamp? No, it's not going to do anything to your polish at all. It's not going to do anything. So you can put it in there right with the gel polish, with the other nails. So I'm just going back and doing a second coat. Once again, this is the Perfect White by Madam Glam. And then I'm also going to do a second coat of the, what is this, Bubble Bath. Hold on, I need to stop and read this comment because I seen some about $5. She said, I'm not a licensed nail tech, but I want to start charging people for cheap, like $5, because a lot of people like my work. Do you think I should be charging people since I'm not a nail tech? Girl, I started doing this when I wasn't licensed, and I wasn't charging people no $5. I was charging people $25 because this nail stuff get expensive. So you need to make sure that you're charging enough to where you can keep buying your product. We had that same conversation earlier in my last live video earlier this morning, and I think that a good price will either be like maybe 15 for a feel and 20 to $25 for a full set, because even though you're starting and you're not licensed, you're still paying for that product. So just tell them that that money that you're making is just going towards product to keep practicing. Right, not $5. How much? Okay, who all in this life do nails and they're not licensed? If you are, let us know how much you charge so people can kind of get an idea of, what to charge if you're a beginner and you're not licensed. Somebody said, can I tell people what powder and liquid you use? Yes, I use the Mia Secret. Somebody said I charge 10 with bling and 15. Oh, $10, and with bling it's $15 since I just started practicing 4 months ago. They said 15, 20 for a full, and 15 for a fill. Yeah, see, I think 20 for a full set and 15 for a fill is a good price. Yeah, 15, 10 for a fill. I charge 25. Yeah, see, I charge 25, but even since I started, I've been doing all type of crazy stuff. Okay, so is my thing froze? Yeah, I think my thing's froze.